Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm Mr. Stoltz. So today I'm taking a look at a brand that was part of my childhood. Don't get me wrong, I love PlayStation and Xbox, but there is something special about Nintendo. I've always loved this since I was a little kid. So in today's review, I'll be taking a look at the Nintendo Switch. The first ever console I got was the Nintendo 8-bit system. And I remember when I was a kid, my whole family got together and they bought me the 8-bit system. And I was probably the happiest kid on the block. So I pre-ordered my Nintendo Switch back in October and it was released yesterday, and today I'm sitting here and I can't really wait until I get my hands on it. So let's start. So I bought a few more things than just the Nintendo Switch, but I'll take a look at that in a little bit. So the box, gorgeous as ever. We have the Nintendo Switch on the front and on the back. And on the side of the box, there's actually a few different, Nintendo is showcasing how you can utilize this product, this gaming system. So you have it in the dock, playing at home with a controller, a portable way of playing it, and then playing with friends. So this is a versatile and really functional gaming console that I am really looking forward to taking out. So why not just open it straight away? So let's see here. So there's a little tab right here. Open it up and oh my god. All right. So the first thing we see is the Nintendo Switch and then the Joy-Con controller. So let's take out Joy-Cons first because I want to wait with the system just a little bit. So let's take it out. So here we have the two new Joy-Cons. Taking a look at the left controller, starting from the top, we have the L button and on the back it says ZL. Moving down, we have a minus button on the left one and a plus sign on the right controller. Right below that, we have the little left stick. It feels pretty good actually. This one is pretty small, so it might take a little bit to get used to this button, but I haven't really tried out the system yet, so I will see how good it feels while playing, but I'm gonna do that later. So below that, we have 4 arrows, up, down, left, and right. And right below that, we have a little square. It's a capture button. I believe this is for, so when you're playing your games, you can actually capture certain gameplay or footage. I haven't tried that out quite yet. So, but that's what it's supposed to be, to capture, to showcase your gaming, certain frames, whatever it is. And if we turn it around like this, we have the SL and SR button, and in the middle there's a little button. I believe it's for the battery. This one is not charged yet, so it doesn't indicate any kind of lights. But these are very small, but it is still pretty good because it's a portable system and you want to be on the go at all times. And other than that, yeah, on the back there's also the release button. So when you hook it up to your Nintendo Switch, and if you want to release it, you hold it in and you drag it up. And I'm going to show that in a little bit. Taking a look at the right controller, it says R and then ZR, and we have the plus button, and then it says Y, B, A, and X. Under that, we have the right stick, and then we have the home button to go back to the home page. And just like the previous one, it says SL and SR with the little charge button in the middle. And then the release button as well on the back. So these are the two new Joy-Con controllers. I picked them up in this gray colorway. A lot of people are picking up the multicolor one, but I actually believe that this one looks better. So when you're having it on the console, I think this is a more discreet and better look in my opinion. I'll probably buy the other ones as a second pair if I'm playing with friends or something like that, but for the original setup I wanted these colors. So let's put these ones here for now, and I really want to talk about this straight away, but let's save the best for last. So I'm gonna put it right here in the corner, and let's remove this put it on the floor, and this is what left of it. So starting from the left side, we have the Nintendo Switch, important information, blah blah blah, a lot of good things. I'm not gonna read it, you have to read it on your own. Next thing, we have an HDMI cable. Very good, Nintendo, that you brought this along in the box, so we don't have to go out and buy a separate HDMI cable. Really good. Next is a power adapter, and since I live in, okay, this one was not open yet. So let's do like this. Let's open it up. Put this one here. So since I live in Europe, I have the European one. So for you guys living in the US or other places, this one might look a little bit different. So this is put it in the wall and then USB Type-C. That is one thing that I love about the new system, that you're having USB Type-C. That means that you can take your Nintendo on the go and then power it up with a power bank. Really, really good. You can buy these cables all over the place. Excellent. I love it. So this is that one. Let's put that one right here. And in the middle, we have this little bad boy. So this is the Joy-Con grip. As you can tell, there's something missing right here. So this is where the Joy-Cons comes in place. So this is where, I haven't really heard it yet, but the switch, a click sound, a click. That wasn't really a good click, but anyways, you get it. So let's see if it sounds kind of the same like it does in the commercials. So on the sides, we have these brackets and you're supposed to slide it in. So let's see. That's a good sound. That is a good sound. Left on the left side, right on the right side. Let's slide in the nut of the other one. That is a comfortable. That is a nice sound. So this is what it looks like when it's assembled. And once again, I really like this space gray, dark gray color because it's a unified color with black and then gray. But with the other one, it's just too much colors going on. I will buy it, but as a second pair for friends. And this one, it actually feels pretty good. It feels kind of small at the same time because if I hold in my hands like this, and if I want to use the right stick, it feels like I have to go down a little bit. But that's where the Pro controller comes in place. I actually pre-ordered it, but I never, at the last second, I was like, no, I don't think I need it straight away. Maybe I'll buy it for a future review if you guys want to see it. So leave a comment down below if you want to see a review of that one. I can go out and buy it because I'm gonna buy it anyway. But I felt for this initial review that I only need this one. But other than that, this one is a lot better. Let me feel what it feels like without. Okay, let's see. So this is okay. So you just plug it and then it goes out. Very, very simple. Okay, so either you can play it like this, so if there's like a boxing game or whatever it is, or you can just plug it in. That sound. Like that, and then you can play like, yeah. So this feels like more like a traditional controller, but I believe that the Pro controller is even bigger, so it will fit even better in my hands, but I can't really determine that before actually playing the games. Other than that, it says Nintendo Switch in the middle. We have 4 little lights. That is for the battery level. At the back, it says Nintendo, and there's a strap as well. I did not get any, no, there's not any straps, but I believe this is, if you want to hang around your head or something, I don't really know. But this one feels really good. It looks really good. This dark gray and black, love it. The left controller has an accelerometer and then also a gyroscope. The right one has an accelerometer, a gyroscope, and also a motion IR camera. So there it is. So if we take a look at the front, at the side, and the upper, there's no differences. But if we look underneath, you can tell that this one has the sensor, this one does not. So before I ordered this Nintendo Switch back in October, as I mentioned before, I had no clue at all what kind of features this system was supposed to have. I only saw the pictures and a few of the launch titles, so I said, okay, I gotta have this one. But one cool thing about the Joy controllers that they mentioned in the keynote is that these ones has a thing called HD Rumble. I don't know if that's a fancy name or if it actually works really well. I haven't tried it out yet. They're supposed to mimic having 2 different ice cubes in both of these. So if you're supposed to shake it, you're supposed to feel the different ice cubes. Let's see how it feels like later on. So the Joy controllers has a battery life of about 20 hours, depending on how much you play. And a good thing is that it's not really good, but it's not bad either. You charge it for 3 hours and 30 minutes for a full charge. So yes, that is actually pretty good. Just you're getting ready to go out or something, plug it in, and a few hours later you cook dinner, whatever, and it's done. You can go out, you have 20 hours of playing. So nice. So when I'm on the subject of Joy-Cons, I know there is something missing. There's something that's supposed to be slide on here, the Joy-Con strap. So let's see where that one is located. All right, it's right here. Here you go. So let's take both of these ones out, and here we go. Just like the Wii and the other ones, there's a strap if you're playing a game of boxing or whatever you're playing. You don't want to lose it, you don't want to drop it. Because these ones actually cost a lot of money. I believe it's, don't quote me, I believe it's $80, $79.99 or something like that, in that ballpark. So the Joy-Con straps, you have 2 buttons on the top to mimic the SL and SR. And we have the plus here and then the plus here, plus and minus. So they're supposed to go either way. So let's just try it out. But this minus is supposed to go to minus and plus to plus to simplify it a little bit, and then that sound. It's not the same sound like when you put it on these, but it's still quite of a satisfying sound. Let's do the second one. Kind of good, kind of good. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you have it. So this is more like if you want to play with friends, you have the Nintendo Switch on the go, and then you hand one to your friend and then one to another one. That's one option. The second one is that you just use it like a strap and then you play. But let's start with playing with a friend. So if we take this one off, just to see, okay, press the button and then, okay, no, oh, there's a locky thing right here. So that, and then up. So if you're playing like this, it is actually pretty small because I have really big hands. Maybe it is good, but let's see what it feels like with this one on. Let's take this one so I can take a look once again. Yes, so this one feels a lot better because you have all of this extra space. So this feels a lot better in my hands. This is something I could play a longer time. This feels, for me, maybe if you're a kid or a short person with really tiny hands, maybe this one will be better, but this one feels so much better. Let me feel, because the sticks are placed in a little bit different way. So this one, you see you have the stick right here, and this one you have it more in the middle. So it's about the same, but this adds so much. This is so much better. Maybe I want a little bit better pressure with this one. Like it seems a little bit not loose, but I think I wanted a little bit more clicky. But I have to determine that later while playing. Otherwise, this one feels really good. There's a lock button right here. You just press it up, and so this is how it works. Kind of simple. You just put it on, and then you have this little thingy right here. So if you're playing and if you lose it, okay, it's still here. So that's a good thing to just, because you spend a lot of money on this, especially if you buy more Joy-Cons for playing with friends, and if you're actually something, if you want to, okay, then it just, you're not going to lose it, you're not going to damage it. So that is a perfect way to go, and I like that they included that in the system. So there's one last thing in the box. Then I've taken everything out. So this is supposed to be the Nintendo Switch dock. But I believe it's actually going to be more fun if I start with this one and then I talk about this. Because if I talk about this one first, it's gonna seem a little bit off, and then going back to this. So yes, let me talk about this one a little bit later, but I'm gonna put it right here for now, and you can see it. Yes, you can. So I'm gonna start talking about the main event. This beauty right here, and actually pretty. Yeah, I have to take. I have to take it out straight away. Yeah, this is exactly what I envisioned this product to be. This is very well built. It's a solid piece of machinery. It looks excellent. This colorway, this black, love it. So let's start talking about the actual machine on the outside, not on the inside. So the first thing we see is a 6.2 inch screen, and at the top we have the power button right here, and then a plus and minus for volume. We have a headphone jack, and then the actual game card where you put in the game card. So it's supposed to be, yep, you just plug it up and then you plug it in. And these ones is one of the things that I like. Growing up with the Nintendo 8-bit, the Game Boy, and all of those, you always had these cartridges. And I loved those ones. Like, I had them on a shelf. You took it out and you played it. And with the Game Boy, you had a little box. You put all the games in. You took it. You went to friends and you were like looking at the games. Nowadays, a lot of games are being digitally downloaded. And a part of me likes that, but a part of me likes this as well. It's similar to the Nintendo 3DS system. So that's one thing I love. I love that feeling of putting in a game and then actually playing it. Other than that, let's see here on the sides. Yeah, this is the size where you put in the Joy-Con controllers, but I'm gonna do that in a little bit. Underneath we have the USB Type-C. Love it, excellent. That is one really good thing, because if you're out and about and you want to play it. I actually brought this with me just to showcase, but let's pretend that you're out playing and the battery goes low. I have a power bank and then a USB Type-C cable. You just plug it in here and then into the system, and you can charge it wherever you go. Love that. So in order, that's going to be one way for you for always play. You never have to stop if you have one of these with you. So let's take a look at the back. We have the Nintendo Switch logo, and then the speakers, and then one thing that is really good that everyone is going to love, a little kickstand. Plug it up. It feels like it's going to break at any point. It's a nice sound to it. Let's see what it looks like. Looks really, really good. But the build quality on this, it feels like if it was a kid and you were not gentle, it feels like you could break it. It feels like if I press too much here, it's gonna break. But maybe it's just me. I don't really know. Anyone at home, if you have this console, have you noticed the same thing as well? That it seems a little bit wobbly. Maybe not the best build quality on this. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But underneath this, we have one other really good thing about this system. We have the option to expand this Nintendo Switch up to 2 terabyte with a micro SD card. Loving that as well. That is one really good thing. While I'm on the subject of that, I can say that this system has an internal 32 gigabyte memory. So that is really good straight out of the box. But since micro SD cards nowadays are not expensive at all, you can easily put in 256 gigs, 200 gigs, 128, whatever you want, and just plug it in, and boom, you have an additional 200 plus the 32, for example, 232 gigs for no money at all. Nintendo logo. Other than that, at the outside, there is nothing else. So let's try out one of the things that I've been looking forward to, putting the Joy-Cons on the actual system. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, all right, okay. That is nice. And the second one. Yes, 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 Nintendo. This feels like a proper gaming console. Big screen, feels really good in my hand. Solid build quality, excellent, excellent. So this is one of the ways that you can play the system. This is a on-the-go type of system. So you plug these Joy-Cons on, and then you just play, 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 play. And the battery life for playing is, I believe, is from 2.5 hours to 6 hours. I believe that Zelda is supposed to have 3 hours, about 3 hours of actual gameplay. So that's really good for Zelda, and that's one of my favorite games of all time. Zelda 1 that came out on 8-bit system. Mwah! Love that game. So yes, I got it. I'm gonna talk about it in a little bit. So this is one of the ways of playing. But if I take this out, take this one out, and then take this one out, the second way is to use the kickstand. So if you use the kickstand and you place it here, and then you use these ones, and then you just play. So that's the second one. The third one is with this dock that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But let's put these ones back on because I loved it so much that I got to feel it once again. Yes, this is, I just want to power it up. I have to wait a little bit. I have a few more things to talk about. Yeah, feels really good in my hand. Solid build quality, excellent. So that was probably it on that. So let's move on to the third way of playing this system with the Nintendo Switch dock. At the front we have the Nintendo Switch dock logo, and on the back it says Nintendo. And one really cool thing about this one, when you plug everything in, your cables, HDMI and everything, there's actually a little drop front thingy on the back where it says AC adapter, USB in the middle, and HDMI out. So you can put in all the cables and tuck it right in, and then just close it, so you won't have a lot of those cables just sticking out. You will only have it at one side, and that's it. Really good organization. So let's say that you want to play this on the actual TV. So you have this dock, and then you just put this one right in, it slides in, and then boom, it goes straight to the TV. So that is one really cool thing, and if you just want to play, you take it back up, and then automatically it switches to the Switch. Switch, haha. That is a really cool thing, and that's one of the reasons why I love this system so much. There is not really a thing like this on the market. Nintendo is the only one doing it. You're playing like this, excellent screen. The screen, by the way, when you're playing it on the go is 720, but when you put it in the dock, boom, 1080p to your TV. Really good. And you can also disconnect these ones. So let's say that you just have it like this, and you want to play with the console. You just take this one, and then that one, plug it in, and then out, and you're ready to go. So a few more things on the inside of this system is that you have an NVIDIA custom Tegra GPU CPU. So that is what powering everything with this system. And it's supposed to be really good. I don't exactly know what release date of that Tegra card, graphics card CPU, but it's supposed to be a really good one that's gonna do a really great job with this system. Other than that, another thing on the inside with battery, this is a lithium ion battery with 4,310 milliamps. So before I powered the Nintendo Switch on, I actually bought two different things except the main console. So let's take a look at that, and I'll have all my things right here. The first one is probably the main thing, except the system. Yes, the Zelda, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is a game that has gotten so good reviews from regular people like me and other people, and to professional places. The scores on this game is out of this world. It's supposed to be excellent, an open world, run around, solve puzzles. It says here, survive the wilderness, fight for the future of Hyrule. It's supposed to be an excellent game, and since the -- 1 game of all time for me is A Link to the Past. That is probably my main game of everything that I've ever played, and I've always been a big Zelda guy. So that's why I'm really looking forward to just plugging it in and playing all weekend. Today's Saturday, so meet a few friends tonight, show them the system, play a little bit of the game, and tomorrow I'm probably just gonna sit with this bad boy all day. But let's open this one up while I'm on the topic of Zelda. Let's see here. Where do I... Okay, missed the Nintendo. There you go. Let's see. Okay, I can't get this one up. Do I have something to open it up with? Let's take this one and like that. Okay. It's a little cute box, by the way. It's a little bit smaller than a DVD. But let's open it up. Look at that. So one thing I thought was going to be on the inside, since you have these, is a little booklet. Back in the days, you always had a little booklet describing like the enemies, a little quick thingy about Hyrule or whatever it is. But I actually like this. I don't know if it's an environmentally friendly thing for not wasting paper, or if it's just no, we just like it like this. But you have some amazing graphical arts with Link climbing a mountain, and the main thing, this little, let's put it right here so you can take a look at it. The little game, it looks, I actually brought an SD card so you can compare it. So you see that it is almost, it's a little bit smaller than an SD card. So if I place it next to each other, you can actually see that it is a little bit smaller, but it's at the same time, it's a little bit thicker. And at the back, you can see the connectors. That's also different as well. And it says Nintendo Switch, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. From 12 years old, Nintendo. In this little, oh, there's a little sound to it. I don't know if it's supposed to make that sound, but maybe, I believe so. Let's see if it works later on. But this is one of the main games that if Nintendo did not include this in the launch, I don't believe as many people would buy this system straight away, because they need to have something that attracts a lot of people to buy this system, because there is the 1-2 switch. Nah, not for me at all. The few games that I'm looking forward to is Bomberman and Mario Odyssey, and a few of the other games as well that's coming out. I can't really figure out right now, but this is the main game for me. So let's plug it into the system. Game card slot opening, and then oh, the satisfying sound, and it just goes in. You can see right here. It is very similar to an SD card when you plug it into your computer or camera or whatever. I want to play. Okay, so the last thing I bought is a little thing, because I know that this one for me is going to be, I don't know how I'm going to divide it, playing on my big screen versus on the go, but I believe that it might be a little bit more on the go compared to playing on the big screen. Maybe that's going to change, but sometimes before I go to bed, maybe I want to take this one and just play like this. And if I go to a few friends, like tonight, I'm going to a few friends, and you see there's a big screen. It can scratch all over the place, so that's why I bought the Nintendo Switch carry case. So this is an inexpensive solution, and the reason why I bought this one from Nintendo is because it is made for this system. I know there will probably be a lot of other developers that's gonna make a carry case to this, but I wanted this one straight away. I got the all black one, and let's open it up. So let's see what this one looks like. So what we have here, one thing that I didn't know, I pre-ordered this one as well. I did not know that there was gonna be, first of all, Nintendo Switch information, how to put everything on, blah, blah, blah. We have screen protectors. I didn't know that this one was included, and that's actually really good that I get this one in the box. So I'm not gonna make this in the video to put this one on, but I will probably put it on the system just to protect it even more. So let's take it out. All black. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. It says Nintendo Switch at the front, and then it says, let's see if you can see it here, Nintendo on the back. Really soft, well built. Let's open it up. And this is what it looks like. Yeah, soft, nice. Let's put it in here. And then you close it, and then you're ready to go. So this is an excellent option for if you want to go outside and you don't want to damage it. Perfect. I saw there was a few other things, but I haven't opened this up until now. This is live. This is right now. I haven't taken a look at it before. I just saw this one because it was at the front of the box. But here, it seems like you have a little, could it be a kickstand? Yes, it is a kickstand. All right, so you can put it like this. So if you take out the controllers, let's see here. And then if you put it like this, and then if you want to play, you can have it in the box. Let's say you're outside, maybe it's windy or whatever, and you don't want the kickstand. Maybe that's gonna fall. I don't know how well built it is, but you can have it in this kickstand, like protected and everything, and you can just play. Let's put these ones back, and in the rest of this little thingy, yes, they made it. On the back of the kickstand, there is places for, I'm just gonna put the SD card for now. You can put games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. You have it on the go. So that means I don't have to buy a separate thing for storing my games. So this right now, I can have 5 games, and then they thought about everything. You can have the straps, put them in here. Let's just put one for now. So this is excellent. You can have everything in one little package. You like that, and then the machine in, and then you're ready to go. Excellent. Love this as well. Other than that, nope, there's nothing more to talk about. This carry case, soft material, it will not damage your Switch. So when you have it like inside of this, you can see that you have the actual kickstand, and then you have a little bit more space. So they included this one for a dual reason, one for the kickstand, and secondly for the main thing, to keep a little distance with the controllers so they don't instantly press on the upper, so you have a little bit that is pressing on the screen to add a little bit of depth on the side. Yep, excellent purchase in my opinion. So before I move on and actually power up the machine, there was one little nerdy thing of me that I did that resembles a part of me. I love sneakers, and what other better shoe to have than the Vans Nintendo shoes? What other way in reviewing the Nintendo Switch with the Nintendo shoes? I know, but I gotta have it. I actually forgot I had them on because I was so excited to review this that I forgot I had it on. I was just like in between these takes. I have shoes on. I had the Nintendo Vans shoes on. Yes, that's how much I love Nintendo. I want to turn it on. Okay, so let's see if there is any battery life on this when I turn it on. So let's do like this. So you can see, so I can see. Let's just try to press it once, see if anything happens. Yes, Nintendo. And let's see what happens. It says Nintendo Switch. You can probably, yeah, you can see it as well. And Nintendo. So that was the end of my little review of the Nintendo Switch with the bag and then the Zelda game that I'm gonna play a lot during this weekend. I've actually loved this type of new thing on my channel. It's something new, something fun. So this is probably, I'm still gonna make a lot of my sneaker reviews like I always do, but this is probably gonna be a new little fresh playlist of my channel. I don't really know what I'm gonna name it yet. Maybe like Mr. Stoltz gadgets, Mr. Stoltz favorite gadgets, or something like that. But I really hope you enjoyed this review of the brand new system. I know I will love it. Have you guys bought the system yet? What do you think about it? Leave a comment down below. But if you want to see me go over more internally with this, play a little bit of Zelda, show you guys what I have here after being using it for a while, put a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below, and maybe I'll make that video in the future. And if you want to see me review the Nintendo Pro Controller or something else similar to this, leave a comment down below. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I've loved this. This has been a lot of fun. I treated myself with this, and I know what I will do this weekend. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you very soon again. Take care.